I don't think you have to be nice to dogs. Not to train them. I think you have to train them to live in the world as it is. And not just for people, but also for their own safety. You have to be kind of a bad dog daddy. You have to be harsh. You have to set your limits. I'm not saying hurt dogs, not at all. But you gotta learn how to train them. And there's books on it. The monks of New Skeet have the best books on that. They love dogs. And they're not nice in a bad sense. They're not wusses. You gotta teach dogs their role. It sounds mean, doesn't it? And there might be some analogies for how we raise children. Maybe we're raising children wrong. I know children and dogs are different, but we got a lot of bad people in the world. They were raised wrong. You and I probably have very different views on how it is to raise a person wrong or not. It's a very controversial thing. But we got kids running around thinking that God tells them what to do and that they should kill some other people for their God. That might be wrong. It might be wrong that we have kids being raised to think that women are bad people and have to be all covered up and can't even talk in public. That might be wrong. Oh, is that bad that I'm judging another culture? Yeah, it is. Fuck you. Let's not have any cultural bullshit assholism. Pick some values, and I hope your values are very open and that they allow for a lot of cultural diversity and thought about how people can be. I want people to be as free as they can be. And that's a very controversial topic because we do live in a world of massive oppression. You do. You support it, and you probably have blood on your hands. You support killing other people in other places or enslaving them to produce products that you like. Look in the mirror, get realistic. What do you support? I know it's not pretty. I'm not perfect. And there are enemies that hate you, and unfortunately there are enemies you hate. And we live in a world of hate and oppression. That's how it is. Nobody's going to win that. If the whole world fought itself, we all die. And right now, the whole world is fighting itself, and we're all dying. We're killing the planet that we live on. The oceans will die. If the oceans die, we all die. That's a certainty. We're trying to come up with how to produce more energy. Oh, yay. More energy. More energy will fix the problem. No. More energy will cause us to create a bigger civilization, which will fall harder. The only solution is a gradual decline of energy use and a rediscovery of how to live with the planet in a better way, which means changing agriculture. There'll be less people, and no, we don't have to go around killing anyone. People are already having low testosterone levels and lower production rates of people, reproduction rates, and they're already having less sperm count. So we've already polluted the planet enough that civilization is falling on its own, slowly. And there's going to be a bunch of other stuff as we get sicker because we're poisoning our own bodies with all the chemicals we're putting in the environment. And I know what chemicals are. I understand everything's a chemical. Don't get smart with me, you shithead. We are polluting the environment with weird-ass permanent chemicals like Teflon crap. And we have more cancers and diseases than ever before. If you don't understand that, then don't get smart with me. Because that's not smart, it's dumb. Don't promote sickness. Don't promote obesity. Obesity is diabetes. And we're killing ourselves with it. And it's okay. Let the fatties die. Whatever. That's what you're saying. If you're in a promotion of that. More sugar, more subsidies of bad food. More government subsidies of evil shit that kills us. Are you in favor of that? Are you on that side? I don't know if that's conservative or liberal. I don't even care about that shit. Are you on the side of sickness? Because that's what your government is likely promoting. Look into it. Let's think together. What does the future look like? What are the vectors of development occurring? And then you can see the future. Easily. Not that easy. You might have to read and study for years to understand things. But it's not rocket science. And it certainly doesn't have to do anything with magical bullshit thinking. Skip all your pseudoscience, okay? If somebody's pseudoscientific around you, get away from them. They're just an idiot. That's really mean to say. And some of them are cute. Dumb people are really cute. Because that's how they get by. And they never had to develop further. You know, of course, people are just individuals. And so you should really avoid stereotyping people too much. If I do it in this video, then I'm sorry. I just avoided doing it just now. But what I was going to say is kind of true anyway. There are reasons for stereotypes. So you're going to have to, if you want to get on board with fixing the world and being a good person, you're going to have to be a hardcore motherfucker. And really evaluate who you are on every level. How you live your life. How you sleep. Where you sleep. Who owns it. What money do you have? What kind of money it is? What the fuck is money anyway? How you have your relationships with everyone. How you talk to people. How you treat them. What empathy you develop. All of it. If you want to think you're a hero in your movie, you are a movie. I mean, you watch these hero movies. Do you want to be a hero? Well, you're in your own hero movie. Then what are you going to do? What kind of hero are you? I'm doing my best at being the freak that I am. And I am definitely a fucking freak. I didn't plan that this way. It was not what I wanted, really, the way it's worked out. But it's how I am. It's okay. And you can do a better job than me. And you definitely will do a different job than me. And I wish you the best of luck. Please, please save the world. I beg you. I don't bow down and beg you. But I ask you, I request that you be a hero. By your standards. Not mine. I'm just saying, be better than worse. Because look around you. There's a lot of fucked up people in this world. Most of them are horrible, horrible individuals. If you really look at the effect they have on their families, their children, the people around them, it's not hard to find horrible people. Certainly not on social media, but it's also not that hard to find them in real life as well. And so you are the solution for that. You must be, please, I beg of you. Again, not begging real hard because I'm kind of pissed off. I'm kind of pissed off at you if you don't do it. So I can either beg or be pissed off. But get your shit together, motherfucker. You are the problem. And even if you think you're a victim, even if you're a chick and, oh, those bad men hurt you, yeah, men are stupid fuckers, okay? And even if you're a man and the women hurt you, yeah, women are bitches, fucking assholes. Lying, total horrible people. I know that personally. And back to the men for a second, just in case you're confused. Yes, they're horrible. But they're also victims too, and so are women. So let's get on board with each other here and stop being assholes as individuals and stop having gender-specific problems, which there are some of, but realize that we're victims of society. And we're victimizing other people in society. Who the fuck are you victimizing? I mean, have you thought about that? I have. I'm just trying to avoid everyone right now. But we're bad people. That's why there's a bad world. And I say we because I'm part of it. If you don't think you're part of it, and I apologize for being insulting and mean, then you're wrong. And everyone else is too. Whether you're putting up with being a slave or you are enslaving in various ways, the spectrum of oppression, then you're it. And you're the only part you can control. You control what you do. And so look up nonviolent communication, radical honesty. I don't know what you need to do. But just take care of people a little bit better And there might be people you have to fight. And this is a hard message. You can't just be a good slave. You're going to have to stand up for yourself and others. And part of that is to reduce your consumption of slave products, because many products come from slaves, and you're supporting slavery if you buy those products. That's a controversial item, and you can figure that out for yourself. What of your products are being produced by slaves? But if you have an electric car and you think you're ecological and shit, you might want to look into where that came from. There's other issues too, but that is really your problem, not mine, because I'm not participating. That's not something I'm involved with. Well, it's late. I'm tired, and I wonder why I should care. I wonder why I should care. I think it's because I have nothing else to do. Nobody in my life, in my actual physical life, cares for me, because there isn't anyone in my actual life. That's not totally true. I have dogs. I have a little dog under the blanket here, down by my leg. She's down by my feet, and she thinks she cares for me. And I know that's not a person. And I still like it. It gives me a little bit of pleasure. And outside there's doggies guarding the house. And they get food to guard the house. And, that ain't much. I'll take it. I would prefer to have a person in my life that liked me on a personal level, but I have chosen a very hard path, and so that's unlikely to occur. I sometimes think it might again, but whatever. You've had problems in your own life with your relationships, with your family. You've had problems with interpersonal relationships with people. I think that's fixable. You can make different choices. Most of the people I'm talking to right now are trapped in a relationship they don't want to be in. I'm aware of that. That's you. And you can fix your relationship, and there are ways to do that, and I'm not an expert at that, and I don't know enough about different situations to comment on it in this video. There's too many complicated things. But most people shouldn't be together. They should be designing new societies that break free from the culture that they're in. Because most people are not just trapped within their relationship, they're trapped within their culture that reinforces bad aspects of their relationship. It's just a guess. I mean, you do you, and you know you, and I don't know you. So, I just know that we need some cultural alternatives to how things are now, which is serial monogamy with infidelity. Serial monogamy with infidelity is the most common form of relationship today. And it doesn't make people real happy. And relationships end badly. Sure, there's your stereotype of your old couple walking on the beach holding hands. But statistically, that doesn't happen most of the time. And if you want to, you can look up the percentage of time that happens with a first marriage. But usually it doesn't happen. And many people get married multiple times. I never understand that. I've never been married. I never will be. I have a vasectomy. I will never have children against my will. I own the birth control. Doesn't keep me out of trouble. I could still have trouble in relationships, but it keeps me out of one type of trouble. And I recommend it to dudes. And certainly women, if you want to remain independent as a person, if your society doesn't allow you to victimize men by making them pay for you forever because you got impregnated by them, then don't have a kid. And if it does allow that, don't abuse men that way. It's bad for men, bad for your society. And your empire that you live in will fall, partly because of how women have acted. Just a theory. I wish we didn't have the gender conflicts we have. But we do. You could also think about your part in that. Because I've liked women. And all the best times my whole life have been with women. And I no longer trust them. Because of just a few bad experiences that have made me realize that I have no rights. And I could lose everything I have based on the evil of women. And I'm not supporting the evil of men either. But if you don't see both, well, you're part of the problem. So, good luck to us all. It probably won't work out anyway. Civilization will fall. And everybody die.